This edition of the LCL Report brought to you by...
In 2007, Ron Paul began bringing us together to strengthen the freedom movement. Without him, the revolution wouldn't exist. Songs of Freedom, Tales from the Revolution was written to celebrate the freedom movement. It was written by and for every freedom activist. Get your copy today. Available on Amazon.com. Also available as a Kindle download. And remember, when we say revolution, we say it with love.
Hello, welcome to LCL Report. That is Low Country Liberty Report for y'all that don't know. I'm Taryn Lupo, and I'm going to take you around on part 3 of my series about reporters getting arrested. A lot of this people don't understand or don't really believe. It's a First Amendment right, freedom of the press. And if you're in public, you really don't have any sort of rights to privacy. Believe it or not, you're probably filmed at least, gosh, if you live in a major city, 30, 40 times a day. Maybe a small town, maybe 5 to 10. And that's without your permission, just because you're in public. Things like surveillance cameras all over the place, even in private businesses. The big difference is private businesses, you have an option if I want to go into Walmart or not, and know I'm going to be on security film. When the government does it, you don't have an option.
In Newark today, a community gathered in an attempt to draw attention to their ongoing fight against senseless violence. It was a peaceful demonstration. That was until the march ended violently as a Newark police officer put a CBS 2 photographer in a chokehold, handcuffed him, and put him in the back of a patrol car. Our Christine Sloan nearly went with him. She has more now from a wild scene.
What started out as a peaceful march in front of a church by parents whose children have been murdered on the streets of Newark.
Put that camera away. Turn the camera on. Put the camera away. Put the camera away. My man, you heard what I just said, man? Now get the camera out of here right now.
You get your hands off my camera.
It turned violent when a Newark police officer arrested our CBS 2 photographer covering the story.
Stop!
Put your hands behind your back. No, he's going with me. He's going with me.
You can't arrest him!
I can do whatever I want.
The camera kept rolling as the officer put our photographer Jim Quartermine in a chokehold, then handcuffed him. Witnesses snapped these pictures.
He went to put the camera down before he got the opportunity to. The police officer just came and knocked it down, put the handcuffs on him, grabbed him by his neck. He was just it was just out of control.
I couldn't believe how they grabbed him and then grabbed you and tried to take your camera.
The officer placed our photographer in a cruiser for almost an hour.
That's stupid, man. We got time for this.
But Councilwoman Mildred Crump, who was there attending church services, pushed for his release and talked to the officer.
I did show him the picture of your cameraman who was cuffed and in what appeared to be a chokehold. His side of the story is that he had asked him not to do it, and when he persisted, decided that he just wouldn't take it anymore.
But our photographer was not trespassing, shooting the story on public property. The Newark Police Department is not commenting. The officer even threatened to arrest me.
None of your business. Stay away from me right now, or you'll be sitting in that car.
One of the reasons I said we need to release your cameraman is because you have a constitutional right to videotape what is going on.
The Newark Police Department says it won't comment until they have looked at all the facts. In the meantime, Councilwoman Crump says she will ask for an investigation. Christine Sloan, CBS 2 News.
Wow. I especially like the part where the cop's choking the guy yelling, "I can do whatever I want." Very nice. Let me take you to the next one. This one's also very good.
You know what? Sit down. You're a violation of city orders. Sit down. You're under arrest too. Hey, what the fuck, dude?
Sir,
she's riding a skateboard.
What is wrong with you?
She's riding a skateboard.
Sir,
What the fuck is wrong with you? Hey. Get out of here.
Sir, it's okay.
Get back.
Okay, it's okay.
I'm riding a skateboard. Get your arm behind your back. Oh, God, you shit.
Sir.
I was riding.
Sir, please.
Put it down.
Okay.
Ah, put it down.
Calm down.
Put it down. It's okay. You come near us.
There's even some photos of the officer choking that suspect on the ground. those kids were simply skateboarding, although it might have been illegal. I think that was a little excessive, maybe a little bit. What do you think? All right, let me take you to the next one.
I got it. No, I can.
So those kids were watching a arrest go down. One was filming. They weren't interfering with it. I mean, you saw they're all the way across the street, but the cops didn't want them to watch. You saw he came over and just choked the guy and threw him to the ground. I was also told that the reporter, the guy with the camera also was harassed, but unfortunately I don't think it's on film. Let's not forget, though, about our two more recent stories. The guys from the Motorhome Diary. One of them, Adam, which stepped out of the motorhome with a camera to record what happened. The police also, I think they choked and maced Jason in the face, and they took Adam's camera, erased the footage. It mysteriously got deleted and then put back into the motorhome. So that's most recently going on, and they're trying to undelete the footage to get that. I hope to, they give that to me and let me air it as well when they finally release it. The other case that's been going on for almost 7 weeks now is Sam Dodson, which is a reporter who got basically thrown in jail for filming in a court lobby. If you've watched any of my other stories, you'll know what's going on with him. He is still in jail with no trial in sight. No trial, 7 weeks. How much has that cost? I can't even imagine. And just what an insult to the First Amendment. But he is starting to get national coverage. He was on Freedom Watch the other day, which is excellent. Let's also not forget what started this whole chain reaction of events. Reporter Dave Ridley, who actually got himself arrested on film here for trying to record in the court to challenge that First Amendment. And the Disobedient Six, who were kind of caught in the collateral damage and arrested the same day as Sam. So keep passing that around. What's upsetting about this is that kind of the cameras are a last peaceful, nonviolent defense. The government doesn't want a big spotlight shown on how much unchecked power some of these officials have. I'm not trying to say all cops are bad guys, but this is just a few films. Imagine how many other things never made it to film. I mean, the chances, basically before 2000, before we really had easy, cheap camcorders, none of that stuff was on film. How many other people go through this and have their rights violated all the time? I mean, think about the fact that there had never been a plane crash filmed, even though we knew they were happening all the time. Until pretty recently, if you look at the last 30 years, it's the same thing. I'm sure these abuses go on constantly, and we're just not getting them on film. Anyway, make sure you always record everything. Bring your camera with you. This is Taryn Lupo with LCL Report. As always, good hunting.
LCL Report is looking for advertisers. Do you have a product, service, candidate, or charity that would love to be spotlighted? Look at our numbers. Over 250,000 views this month. Over 700 subscribers this month. Multiple awards on YouTube. Over 500 subscribers to our Facebook group. There's pretty much nothing I won't do for a good story. If you want to know about rates, just email me. So support a business that supports liberty.